What activity greatly improved your confidence? Looking up while walking instead of at the floor. This 100%. I used to have long hair to cover my face, hands in my pockets, and looked at the floor when I walked. All it took was for my brother to say stand up straight and look the world in the eye. Just getting older and not giving a duck what other people think of me. I said yes to a single dinner invitation from a new acquaintance. I didn't have any friends in this town yet, and I'm really shy when I first meet people. I thought it would be a disaster and I wouldn't have anything to say. Turned out to be the first in a very long line of hangouts. I have actual friends here now. I know your confidence shouldn't rest on other people's shoulders, but making friends is a good boost. Obvious one. Going to the gym daily. Edit. It seems like a lot of people have trouble getting started. I got lucky and had a avid gym partner that taught me a lot. For getting started, you could start doing simple stuff. Just start working out at home. Start by doing push-ups, sit-ups, squats, and go out jogging until you get a good routine. Then you could get a gym membership or even buy equipment if you have the money. Bodybuilding and YouTube have a lot of instructional videos that should help you get started. More than any individual activity, just having the tenacity to try things again and learn to shrug off rejection. I know how hard it can be to come out of your shell and how a negative experience might make someone afraid to try again, but the more times you get out there the easier it gets. If you don't fit in at a group or a club or a party, don't give those things up. Shrug off that particular group and try another. If you repeatedly get rejected for dates, don't be afraid or miserable about it. Just be polite and move on. Fear of not being accepted leads to insecure behavior and a lack of confidence. If you enter a situation terrified of not getting the friendship or the job or the girl, it will be kind of obvious. Just have a healthy balance of genuine interest, but complete and honest acceptance of not getting that thing. The reason people seem to be hit on way more when they are in a relationship is because they treat new conversations as if they have nothing to lose if you don't like them, and they act accordingly, comfortable and confident. The funny thing is that you really don't have anything to lose either. It's a cliche, but the world is huge and there will always be other jobs, other people, etc. Hell, if you're single and not attached to your location, you could totally uproot and check out other cities. Getting flirted with. I ride off the high of having a girl compliment me for at least a week or two after it happens. I was complimented once back during my sophomore year of high school. I'm a junior in college, and I'm still riding that high. A girl brushed shoulders with me about 8 years ago. I want to marry her someday. Jump rope 2 more years and I think I can go pro. This sounds weird, but reading. It really enhances my vocabulary and makes me really witty in conversations, so that boosts my confidence in social interactions. Working out. Even if it's once a week, as long as you push yourself, you'll see and feel changes. Improv helped me gain confidence in public speaking, interpersonal skills, and my sense of humor. Socializing with strangers. It was difficult at first. I'm a lot better now. Faking it until I actually grew confidence. The expression really is true. Convincing yourself isn't that hard once you're always in the mindset that you are confident, even if you aren't. Standing like Superman for 2 minutes before anything that stresses me. Care to elaborate? Sure. In the place where you need confidence, such as at a lectern, if you have to give a speech, or, like me, teach a class, get there beforehand and put your hands on your hips, spread your feet, and just let the feeling of that moment come through. It may seem silly the first or second time you do it, but it does have a positive effect on your confidence. Getting my nose fixed. I got the bump removed and my septum straightened, and I look 10x better, and I feel better. Getting a regular, quality haircut. It really works wonders. You're 40-60 every 4 to 5 weeks at a proper salon with well-trained stylists, preferably from a dude with horn-rimmed glasses and an abundance of tattoos. Learning that women tend to say yes if you are confident and respectful when asking them out. I've had quite a few initial no responses followed by a call back a week or a month after because they changed their minds, or that they originally said no because they weren't available then but remembered me once they were. Being literal here. Simply approaching someone you've gotten to know slightly and politely saying, hey, you seem pretty cool. Want to catch dinner sometime, gets you a date far more than people would think. I participated in a local theater production. It involved musical numbers with both massed singing and solo parts. Had to sing for 3 judges as an audition before they decided my parts. Specifically told them I didn't want a solo part because I was too shy. The duckers gave me a solo. If I hadn't been semi-forced into it, I never would have thought I could do it. Only recently started, but my YouTube channel has really made me happy with myself, and I feel very pleased with where I feel it's heading. I worked hard on my first video, and I have been planning my next few videos lately. Going to a bar that isn't overly packed, and speaking to women. Asking them for numbers, or take them out. It surprised me how, once you learn to hold a conversation, and can make her laugh some, that a lot of girls will give you at least a chance. Plus it helped me deal with the no's which rarely bothered me, been told no my whole life. I did pole dancing for a few months. I lost a lot of fat, and gained more muscle than I've ever had. I felt confident and proud that I achieved something without a fat diet or skinny tea. The classes were run for fitness and fun, but since then have become more about being sexy and wearing stripper heels. I miss feeling that good. Not an activity per se, but I never liked / had mirrors and had low self-confidence. I wanted to something about it, so this is what I came up with. I made a habit of stopping every time I passed the hall mirror, a bathroom mirror, and looking at myself, not a glance, but a proper look, and paying myself a compliment. This one tiny act, literally a minute at a time at the most, changed my perception of myself and my life. Your hair looks nice today. Your smile is lovely. You're a great mum etc every day, several times a day. It's so easy to put yourself down, but paying yourself a compliment and taking a compliment is a really difficult thing to do. At first I laughed, cause it was silly. The things I was saying were really small, and I felt like an idiot, but I stuck with it, and after a few weeks I was beginning to see myself differently, and to feel miles better. I'd rush past a mirror, double take, check myself out, and see the smoking hot woman looking at me and tell her, she knows she's hot, she's checking me out. Sounds corny, but it changed my life. Honestly, getting a job. I was really shy when I first started working. Then I got a job where I was forced to interact with a lot of customers and ask them how their day was and if they needed help with anything. After a while, it just got so easy for me to do. And now I see it in my everyday life too. I'll start conversations with people and home around, which is something I never would have done before. I noticed I've made a ton more friends because I'm initiating conversation and really engaging with them. After I broke up with my ex, I felt really down on myself till I put myself out there and girls were genuinely interested in seeing me. The biggest confidence booster was a girl who was way out of my league but invited me back to her place. Smile at yourself in the mirror. Also smile before you talk. It makes you sound happy, even if you aren't. Radio announcer trick. Not giving a duck about other people's opinions kinda gave me confidence. I had these hella rad wood parrot earrings that I always wanted to wear but never dared. One day I was like duck you and did whatever I liked, mostly in fashion, as it's a big part of me, and didn't care what other people thought. It gave me a bunch of confidence to just stop thinking so much. Not really an activity as such, but learning to say no. I was a pretty nerdy kid, and that translated to me trying to please everyone, to avoid any sort of confrontation, real or imagined, even at a detriment to myself. I don't remember when or where it was, but I saw some forum post or video or something about confidence and the power of saying no. It worked, and now I'm much more confident. Working with people helped with my social anxiety. Boxing. It made me feel strong, confident and safe. I went from being somebody who avoided photographs and seeking alone time in front of my laptop to somebody who people wanted to be around. I have no idea why, but it changed me for the better. A couple years ago, I started doing C25k so that I could run a big 5k with my family. Before I knew it, I had lost 20 pounds, quit smoking and had so much more energy. I ran the 5k with my family and went on to run a half marathon. I felt super good about myself for the first time in my life. Then my husband and I moved, and I didn't like running in the area we live in. So everything stopped. I gained back all that weight, my depression and anxiety came back, and I feel like shit all the time. Studying abroad, you are alone in another country and you have to make friends and get your life together.